Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the latest edition of APPF1 Tier 3. This evening is the Tier 3 season finale at Mexico. And before the race, I have the honour of interviewing LB Racing. Good evening, LB. I'm not too bad. How are you doing? It certainly has. It has been a very long time indeed. So, how are you feeling for tonight? Are you confident you can rack up your second successive... hold on a minute, let me double check. LB, do you have a party chat enabled to share the voice? I'm just... So if you go to the party and go to more, like the three dots... Yeah, go to the three dots, and then if you go down to voice chat settings, and then it'll bring up share your voice to allow.
I'm assuming people can hear me now then, as that is now ticked to allow.
Let me just quickly fire up my stream. Hold on.
As that is now ticked to allow.
Let me just quickly fire up my stream. Yeah, you're on. You're on. Nice.
Great. Well,
right.
Yeah, feeling good. It's not the first time that I've been involved in a finale championship. I've done a few of them now in my time at APPF1, going up against yourself, Jackalacco, many other names that seem to still top the standings. And yeah, ready for another one, as calm as ever.
Oh, good. So there's a potential of 4 of you in the title hunt tonight, and yourself and Runes are in a very commanding position for the driver's title tonight. Do you have any sort of tactics you're going to deploy to make sure you finish top?
If Runes thinks he's going to get past me without a massive fight, then I think he maybe needs to rethink whether he wants to be in a championship fight or not. I think he should be prepared for a real battle. My setup around Mexico doesn't seem to be favouring me too much, but it seems that even if I qualify at the back, I'll be able to push through, and I'm sure I can just wait for him to make his typical mistakes, and I'll counter on that.
Nice. I look forward to seeing you get punchy on track.
Yeah, you know I will.
Yeah, throw those punches, and well, good luck out there as qualifying's about to start. I will let you go and concentrate, and good luck.
Perfect. Thank you so much, my friend.
You're welcome. If you win the title, feel free to jump back in afterwards. We'll do a proper interview.
Yeah, sure. No worries at all. I'll hopefully see you then.
Yeah, see you soon. Maybe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Maybe so.
Right, so that's a quick interview of LB. Basically, he's going to get his elbows out with Runes, laying down the challenge to race him. Pretty much, he wants this second tier 3 title. So all will be settled in the next hour and 20 minutes or so, as the session is getting underway and the first cars are taking to the track. Let's get everything up. I think that'll do for now. So, Runes is the first car on track. Did Runes reply to my DM? Let's have a quick look. I did ask Runes a couple of questions, but yes. So Runes has said he's not super confident on the track. It hasn't really been since turning the racing line off, but hopefully he can race and be confident in his strategy. LB is strong in the race, of course, so I might need things to go my way. There is only 1 point in it, so if there wasn't constructors already to focus on, I basically have a 1v1. So both drivers know what they've got to do, but let's not rule out I believe it is Robsu and Josh the Guy who also have a very slim chance. If LB and Josh is going to be late into the session because he's having to reinstall his game for whatever reason on the Xbox. So Josh will be a late joiner. That's why we started the session a few minutes later than we would have liked. But everyone should be here, and hopefully Josh will be here soon. So let's, while we're on the subject of championship talk, let's just quickly run through the standings, and also let's get with Runes as he is on a lap. As Runes is coming down to turns 1, 2, and 3. So only 3 corners in Sector 1. So championship standings, LB leads the way by 1 point on 130 points. Then Runes in second on 129. Basically, Runes has got to finish ahead of LB. And then it gets a bit more complicated after that, because then we go to count back if they tie on points. And that's where I might need some help in deciding who does this. But yes, and then Robsu is on 117 points, 13 points behind LB Racing. And then Josh the Guy 17 points behind LB Racing on 113 points. We won't focus on any of the others for the time being because they are the main things to look out for. And Constructors also needs to be settled tonight. It's between McLaren, Aston Martin, and Red Bull. And maybe the Racing Bulls, if things can potentially go their way. Can they do it? Yes, I think they can, but they will need a 1-2 and the fastest lap to make sure they seal that too. But also relying heavily on DNFs for their rivals. So a lot of permutations for tonight. As Runes has set the first lap with a 1:16.3. We will get on board with LB Racing as he is on a lap, is he? We will ride on board with LB Racing. I apologise, I missed Runes' lap, just getting everything set up and out the way for the title, as LB's rears don't want to grip there, as now we come up to the very complex, windy section of this Mexico track. You want to try and get the right angle of the curve to ride your car around, and LB Racing has lost control of the car as he almost DNF'd in qualifying, which is almost music to Runes' ears, as Drogon goes fastest with a 1:15.9. We'll keep an eye on, I think Robsu is invalidated. He has. We've got Avenir out on a lap at the moment, and we've also got Lil Louis Grill on a lap 2, just coming to the end of the lap as well, just gone through the stadium section. So Lil Louis Grill coming round the final bend, power to the line, and Lil Louis Grill goes up to 7th position, a solid banker lap for Lil Louis Grill. Avenir, part of the IGP crew, trying to get Runes his first tier 3 title. LB saying, why would he make it easy for himself? Yes, LB's having a bit of trouble at the start of this qualifying session. Avenir goes to 7th with a 1:17 flat, pretty much. Robsu still, is he going to go for another lap, or will he box? We have Ralphie, who's also just started lap 2. Bacon Bear is on an out lap. So when Josh the Guy manages to join, we'll have 15 in tonight's session. So Robsu is going for another lap, and he is getting a healthy dose of slipstream here by his teammate Drogon. Very, very interesting. Red Bulls are playing. What's the standing for the title fight? So LB leads the way on 130 points. Runes is in second on 129 points, just 1 point between them. And then there's 13 points back to Robsu, I believe it is. And and Josh the Guy is like 17 points behind. So we'll almost certainly need an LB Racing and Runes DNF to have any kind of chance to win tonight. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just getting over an illness as well, so it is pretty hard to talk all in one go. So I will be taking a few intervals just to have a drink, just so my voice doesn't go all weird. Looks like Bacon Bear has invalidated. So Robzu up to 7th on his first run. The slipstream from Drogon, shall I say. He's in the mix. Excuse me, absolutely. Robsu is in the mix for tonight's race. We've got MS in 6th. A very strong season for the Mercedes driver. Definitely shown a hell of a lot of improvement this season, and looking to build on that going into the new year for 2026. I can't get my head around how quick 2025 has gone. Josh saying 11 minutes till the update is done. Okay, Josh, we will probably do we'll go back to the lobby screen, and yeah, unfortunately, you'll be starting at the back of the grid. So Joey B is on a lap, and he is up on his time. If he carries on improving at this rate, he will definitely be having a sniff at pole position. Joey B comes around the final bend to the lines, hugging the inside line, and he does go pole, just taking it away from Drogon, just as Josh just wants a chance with the constructors title. Absolutely, we will do everything we can to get you in. Hugo, thank you for the generous comment. I'm a nice guy. I'm a very nice guy. I'm very understanding. And thank you, Josh, for your wonderful comments. It's what we like to see in the chat. James Gardner has gone up to 2nd position, just fractionally ahead of Drogon, and it's a McLaren and Ferrari on the front row. James Gardner has got his first APP win to his name in Austria, and he is looking forward to next season, and hopefully can come out the blocks flying, and maybe have his own tier 3 title challenge come next season. Perhaps just a few races have gone away for James Gardner this season, but he will be back. We also have Stanley and Tia also on laps. MS is just getting out of people's way, which is fair enough. LB Racing, what is going on with LB? I think he might have... Yeah, he's coming into the pits. He's up in 4th, though, LB Racing, so there's a nice bit of form there from LB. It's as it stands, it's first knockout blow on the title for LB Racing. He's thrown his first punch against Runes, as Runes will be looking to improve his time to get back ahead of LB Racing. So Runes needs to finish ahead of LB Racing. Race win. Even if Runes finishes ahead of LB on the podium, those extra podium points will almost definitely make it a lot easier, because he will finish ahead of LB by a point if LB trails him. So yes, it's going to be a very complex scenario as to how this race unfolds tonight. And we go again tomorrow in Tier 2. Somebody is lagging there. I'm not sure who it was. We've got Robsu now on a lap and Runes, so we'll keep an eye on these two. We've also got Drogon, who's also going to be the cat amongst the pigeons tonight in this title run, as Avenir goes up to second position. That's a great lap from the Aston Martin driver. Yes, let's not forget there is a constructors battle going on tonight, as Robsu coming around turns 6 and 7, I believe that is. As Robsu winds his way through the second sector, and Rune's in the background making a mistake, and that is almost certainly his lap over. So is Robsu going to improve? He is improving by a quarter of a second. As it stands, if he carries on, he'll roughly move up to 8th position. Robsu will want to be in a better position than that, though. But we know what Robsu is like come the race. He is a different pedigree of driver in the race, as Robsu does go up to 8th indeed. Runes decides, no, that's enough, and he jumps into the pits. Drogon is invalidated somewhere along this lap as well, so we've got just over 5 minutes left, as things are just slowly simmering up for a chaotic finale to this qualifying session. Yes, the top 4 are oh so close. James Gardner points out, yes, so it's crazy how close the top 4 are. It's definitely probably the closest qualifying session we've ever had in Tier 3 for a shootout for pole. But we shall see how that unfolds. Tier and Ads on an outlap, as I believe Robsu and Drogon are on in-laps. So Tier will be the first car to start a lap. He might be fueled up to do a couple of runs. We shall see. And yeah, we've also got Ads and Bacon Bear. And Joey B is out on the track as well, our current pole position sitter, making a statement with McLaren, and Josh eagerly waiting to get in the lobby to back up that statement. So Drogon goes fastest with a 15.6, so all of a sudden puts a bit of distance in between himself and second position as Tier starts his lap. Joey B will be fully aware that pole position has just been taken away from him. As Josh says, there's 4 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If you hopefully you've got an invite to get in the session, and yeah, just try and get in straight away. We'll sort you out. So Tier winding his way around the second sector. This is the bit you want to nail, and it's so easy to get it oh so wrong, but if you get it right, so much time can be made up in Sector 2. As Tier winds his way around, it looks pretty comfortable for Tier, looking pretty tidy as well. As he crosses line, he's only just up on his personal best though, as he does run a bit wide there, but doesn't invalidate. So a bit of a scruffy end to the lap for Tier, as he goes through the stadium section and around the final bends, the reprofile bend for this new Mexico layout, as it used to be a bit more longer and just a bit more rounded off than that, as Tier goes up to 8th position. We will get on board with Joey B, as he will be looking to get pole position back from Drogon. Is Joe improving as he comes up to the Sector 2 line? He is improving, but it's not enough to trouble Drogon at the moment. Drogon's slowly returning to good form. A podium in Tier 2 last week as well for Drogon, as he is definitely back in the hunt. Joey B does improve to a 15.918, but Drogon's time is very, very competitive indeed. We've also got Ads and Bacon Bear on a lap. Maybe Bacon Bear has just finished a lap. We shall see. So everybody is out on the track at the moment, bar Drogon. So Drogon is most definitely done for today. There is no chance Drogon will... Oh, maybe Drogon might get out. And no, I don't think Drogon, if that is him coming onto the track. Yeah, Drogon has just come onto the track, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to set another lap. And yeah, I think he's just going to fall short come the end of this outlap. Tyr is retired from the session. So let's quickly see who else or what else is going on. Joey B is almost certainly down. Yeah, he's on a cool down lap. We'll keep an eye on James Gardner is also improving as it stands. So this is do or die for James Gardner now as Joey B starts his final run. He's on another run on those soft tyres. Will they hold out for another lap? James Gardner just lost his time in the last few corners there and stays in 4th position. And LB Racing is currently up as well. And we'll see where Runes is as well. Runes is down at the moment on his time, I believe. We will see. Yeah, he's not pushing. I think Runes is done. So LB Racing, over to you. Coming through sector 2. And car looks a bit light on the steering. Maybe just being a bit unpredictable with a bit of oversteer there for LB Racing. But he's still up on his time. Through the stadium section comes the V-Carb driver. And around this final corner. Kicks up the rears a lot, and you would lose a lot of time with that. And I can't see an improvement for LB Racing there. He does improve, but not enough. He actually sets the exact same time as James Gardner. Joey B is currently down on his time. Yeah, and he's called it a day on that. Robsu. Oh dear, Robsu. Not too happy with that. He's bailed into the pits. Ralphie around the last corner jumps up to 11th position and knocks Robsu down to 12th, making Robsu's tasks night even harder. Avenir says he ran out of fuel on his final attempt, so only did a 15.8. 15.8 is still a great time. I missed that. I do apologise, Avenir. But it's a great result for Avenir and Drogon. Joey B will almost certainly be he'll be happy, but at the same time, Joey B demands perfection of himself. He knows he should be on that front row. So we have got Drogon on pole position, and then joining him on the front row is Avenir Sinha Roy in the Aston Martin. In third, we've got Joey B 93. Fourth is James Gardner. Fifth is LB Racing. Sixth is Stanley. Seventh is MS. Eighth is Lil Louis Grill. Ninth is Runes, and that's a long way off LB Racing. 10th is Tyr. 11th is Ralphie. 12th is Robsu. Ads is 13th, and Bacon Bear down in 14th position. And I believe we are going to try and get Josh the guy in the session. Just so he has a fair chance at the driver's title, but also a fair chance at the constructor's title too. Yeah, so everybody, if you're listening to this, when the lights go out, just retire and we'll go back to the main lobby menu and we'll get Josh in pretty much straight away. Yeah. Whilst we quickly get Josh in the session, I'm just going to take a breather. And yeah. So is anyone going to do a practice race start, or we're going to retire straight away? There was definitely a practice race start there from the McLaren, I'd say, but as everybody is just retiring from the session now. Drogon and James Gardner definitely are just practicing their start there, potentially just down to the first corner. Stanley, Drogon, and Lil Louis Grill. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. Right, so we're going to go back to the main menu now. Well, what do you know? Runes finished ahead of LB Racing. That is championship done. Yeah. Bacon Bear says, congratulations. That's the quickest tier 3 race we've ever done. Absolutely right. And Runes is our champion, finishing 4 places ahead of LB Racing. And job done. Thank you very much, everybody. Well, just while we get Josh in the lobby, I'm just going to take a few moments just to catch my breath and have a drink. So I will be back in a few moments as we get ready for the main event. So Joey B is just going through the formalities, getting the race set up and getting the grid set up. So it should only be a few moments. Thank you for your patience and waiting, everybody. Should only be a few minutes before we actually get up and racing Josh the guy is officially in the session, which is good to see. How do I think the race is going to go? It's so tight to call this race. Obviously, it's going to go down between LB and Runes. I do think. I mean, I do have a gut feeling who will win the championship. But it's not going to be as straightforward as that. There's plenty of other drivers on this field tonight showing they have strong pace. So it's going to be a case of LB and Runes using those other drivers as defense, really, to stay away from each other. LB, especially, will be looking to stay away from Runes as long as he is ahead of Runes. That is. But the same for Runes as well. He will, if they're off the podium, he will want someone in between them to win this championship. Yes, I'm not too sure how the count back is going to work. Let's quickly just have a look at the count back because I believe they've both got the same amount of wins. I don't know if it goes to second positions after that. I think it does. Tier 3 standings. Let's have a look. So LB Racing 2 wins in Azerbaijan and Japan. And we've got Ruins in second, who has won 2 races as well. So okay, so basically Ruins has one more second position than LB Racing. So interesting. We could look at a count back here, and both have one P3. So it's advantage Runes when it comes to count back for P2. As yes, very, very interesting indeed. As everybody is getting readied up for this tier 3 finale, our final race of 2025 in tier 3 as well, as we'll be looking forward to the next season on into 2026. Addison saying that Runes is going to throw the championship. Well, it's nothing to throw really because LB does have a point advantage over Runes, so Runes has nothing to lose at this point. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just waiting for Stanley to get himself sorted. If anyone is racing and listening, don't forget your setups. So the drivers are on the grids, just finalising setups, race strategies, fuel loads. And yes, we'll be racing, I'd imagine, within the next minute or minute and a half or so. Looking forward to this finale. Clouds. There's not really clouds in the sky. I'd imagine this is going to be a dry race throughout. I don't envisage we will see rain today. But you never know. Right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. The Tier 3 season finale at Mexico is underway as everybody gets a good start from what I can see, as it's a drag race between Drogon and Avenir down to turn 1. Joey B in third. Stanley is up into fourth position as LB Racing as still in fifth position at the moment, as just trying to see. Oh, Runes is down in 11th there. I'm not too sure what's happened to Runes. It's a horrible first sector, down in 12th at the moment, and LB's title advantage is just got ever so stronger, as LB is in fifth position. So tyres on the left, Tier is the only driver on softs, as James Gardner is the only driver on hard tyres as well, as 13 of the 15 drivers opt for the medium tyres. So we're looking at a potential two-stop race today. I do believe tyre wear is very punishing around here, as Joey B is up into second position, setting himself about Drogon. Also keep an eye on Robsu. Robsu is ahead of Runes and is also ahead of Josh Tagai, as Robsu has a lot of work to do to get himself into this championship fight. Lap 2 of 36 already, and that's advantage LB Racing. As we need to watch Runes later after the race. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Hugo. Runes is outside of DRS as well, and you don't want to be outside of DRS at this track. This is a heavily dependent track on DRS. You fall out of that, then you're in deep trouble. There's a few gaps beginning to scurry out through the field here, as Joey B and Drogon have a comfortable gap to James Gardner behind as it stands. So will Joey B look to launch an assault for first place on this lap? We will ride on board with Joey B, see if he does get closer to Drogon. The gap is slowly coming down, but just under half a second at the end of that straight. So will Joe go for a move for the win, or will he hold back? Ghost says it's Jova in the chat. I hope you don't mean the championship, as LB Racing still in fifth position, and Runes is down in 12th. He's made up a couple of positions from when we last looked. Has Runes. As I wonder if there's going to be a bit of friendly team orders between the Aston Martin drivers here, Avenir, to get out of Runes' way and let him progress up the field. As it stands, Robsu and Josh Tagai are in no man's land. Tier Shock Horror is the first driver to get a track limits penalty. Addison saying it was already over before it started. You can never rule out LB. He knows what to do in these championship fights. He is always a threat, and he has built a lovely gap to Liwalu Grill behind as well. There's a few overtakes going on back here. Maybe someone's just got out of shape coming out of that final corner, as Josh Tagai is up to 8th now, as he is chasing down Robsu has actually got at the inside of Lil Louis Grill, and Robsu, the rocket ship Robsu, is setting himself about LB Racing. So Robsu's got to do something to give himself a chance at this driver's title, and maybe put an LB under immense pressure, maybe force an LB into a horrendous mistake. Is his only way to have a chance tonight. But even if he does that, he has got to then think about what to do with Runes. But Runes down in P10, almost self-imploding. Someone's gone straight on there. I didn't see who that was. But yes, LB Racing is right on the back of MS at the moment, as Robsu just lingering outside the DRS of LB Racing. So Robsu has pulled himself into this battle quite nicely, as we are starting lap 5 of, or is it lap 6, shall I say? No, we're on lap 5 of 36. So James Gardner on the hard tyres is on the back of Joey B, and we do have an overtake back here as MS defends really hard against LB Racing. Wow, that was so close to giving LB damage there. Not too sure what that defense was there by MS, but wow, that was oh so close to giving LB a real headache in this race, as LB makes his way up to 4th position, and will be really happy to see that Mercedes just drop further behind, because he gave him a bit of grief there, and LB does not need grief today. So now it's Robsu, the next driver, to have some grief. We've also got Runes in the back of this little train here, filtering through Sector 2, the snaky sector of Sector 2, the left-right complex, as they come into the stadium section, still Avenir ahead of Runes. Haven't swapped positions. Not sure if they're in a party together. I'd imagine they are, as yes, they will look to as Joey B actually makes a very early pit stop, getting off the medium tires. So he's on hard tires now, and surely this is a 2-stop for Joey B. Now keep an eye on James Gardner ahead. Will the gap close down to Drogon? You got LB Racing 4 seconds behind, and in a world of his own, as Robsu has indeed dispatched MS. As we've got Josh Tagai, who started at the back, was unable to make qualifying, but he's currently up in 6th position, making a real great statement here, as Runes and Avenir have indeed swapped, as Runes is now setting himself about getting up the field and getting the points, but Runes just once again running wide, not doing himself any favours there, as that is really going to hurt his progress here today. So Joey B on fresh hard tyres, we'll keep an eye on him, and yes, maybe the medium tyres on the cars ahead are really beginning to hurt now, as Joey B is really closing in on ads. And James Gardner is closing in on Drogon for the race lead here, as we could see a Ferrari leading the way. So far it's a Red Bull, Ferrari, Racing Bull, Red Bull, Kicksauber, the 2 Astons, Alpine, the 2 Alpines actually, as that changes. Mercedes and MS is in the pits, that is why. And Josh, the guy, has opted to box as well and get rid of those medium tyres. I would imagine they have selected the harder tyre strategy, as Josh the guy, DRS assisted, overtaking to turn 1. And that is a big move for the constructors, maybe, as MS just having a sniff at the inside, but the experienced McLaren duo know what they need to do. Runes critically gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits, and all of a sudden this championship hope for Runes is just is just disappearing lap by lap at the moment. Will definitely need something unfortunate to happen to LB Racing, as we've got yellow flags out there. Not too sure what that is for, but they've gone green pretty quick. So maybe Aston Martin thinking of the long game here and maybe eyeing up a constructors title instead. As Addison saying that Runes would throw this race, as Jamie Dodger says he's struggled with no line, and yes, ever since no line has been taken away from Runes, he hasn't been he's still been competitive, but not like we saw at the start of the season. You know, we make these calls to make each tier as interesting as possible and as close as possible in the interest of fair sporting racing in APP. As Tier once again gets another penalty. So Drogon is in the pits, and James Gardner now officially leads the way in the Ferrari. So another strong outing from James Gardner as it stands at the moment. LB Racing has Robsu for company here. So interesting, what's Robsu going to do? He does need to try and, well, he needs an LB DNF really, but you can't just deliberately punt your opponent off to make them DNF. Maybe just applying the pressure on LB through these sectors will be enough just to distract LB. Maybe Robsu is just going to look for a little unorthodox overtaking position, potentially to ruffle LB's feathers. But as it stands, he's quite content just following the racing bull around. So it'll be interesting to see whether any of these medium runners react to the pit stops behind, as yes, LB Racing takes to the pits and slows his car down nicely. No pit lane penalties there to worry about, as the progress is clear to be seen from Joey B, who's in sixth position, still some way off Drogon, but Joey B will be happy. LB saying MS trying to take him out in the chat. We did catch that unusual defense by MS on stream, but LB is comfortably clear of MS now. Bit of weaving going on down the straight here by LB Racing, just getting his tyres warmed up. Nothing malicious there, I don't think. As just getting temperature into his hard tyres, or medium tyres actually, shall I say, for LB Racing. So Robsu is the next driver to tuck into the pits. Slows the car down nicely, and will Avenir come into the pits as well? He does. Avenir slowed a long way before the pit line there. Maybe we'll lose a bit of time. Drogon sets the fastest lap, as Joey B doesn't have a response to the Red Bull driver, as he is tucked up behind the back of Lulu Grill, who currently runs in second. As Drogon gets up into second position, and James Gardner leads the way by 16.5 seconds, but notably, James Gardner does need to box. So lap 11 of 36, we are almost 1/3 through this race, as we will be in the next few seconds as James Gardner is coming around the last few corners, and we will move on to lap 12. Lap 12 it is indeed. So Joey B in a world of his own as a net P3 at the moment, I believe. Be interesting to see where James Gardner comes out in all of this. LB racing on the medium tyres. I'm sure he started on mediums as well. So has LB gone balanced with the tyres and sets the fastest lap? So interesting to see here how LB's racing is unfolding. Josh the Guy doing his absolute best to give McLaren the best chance at the constructors here. And I believe it is in McLaren's hands as it does stand at the moment. Runes down in 8th position and has all of his title rivals ahead of him as MS goes for a lunge up the inside. As it's actually a very nice overtake there by MS. So MS happy to upset Runes there and knock him down to P9 as Runes will be quite frustrated to see all 3 title rivals ahead of him in this race at the moment. MS does get 3 seconds for his worries. Bacon Bear and Ads having a little squabble at the back here as James Gardner is in the pits getting rid of those hard tyres and throwing on another set of the hard tyres as well. So James Gardner will have to box again. So 2 stop for James Gardner is confirmed here. As Bacon Bear in 14th and slowly pulling away from Ads, which is nice to see. Them two having a good battle at the back. Yes, sometimes it's what you need. Although you might be down in 14th and 15th, but still in close proximity with other drivers. So we'll keep an eye on Joey B here. Little Lou Grill, 12 laps on those medium tyres, as those mediums will be screaming on that Kick-Sauber. But also, Joey B will not want to be behind the Kick-Sauber any longer, as he will be losing so much time. As look who's joined the party here, as James Gardner is now on the back of the McLaren, as James Gardner going for a very opportunistic move here, as that was interesting. I didn't catch the angle how close he was to Joey B there, but that was a great little move there from James Gardner. And now James Gardner right on the back of the McLaren. Lou Grill stays out as LB Racing down in 5th as well. And now has James Gardner got the pace into turn 1? No. Both drivers deploying their battery, and Joey B making sure he gets optimum exit speed there, as coming down to turn 4, as James Gardner is all over the back of Joey B. Joey B showing very good pace here today, and he will want a solid result. And look who's on the back of this train now. LB Racing has worked his way up to just outside the podium positions. He's currently in P4, but the way these 2 cars ahead are squabbling at the moment will work in LB's favour, as Joey B still holding on to 2nd position. I would imagine Joey B's P2 defence is about to come to an end here. Yes, and look at the acceleration the Ferrari has got over Joey B's McLaren here. LB Racing down in 4th position at the moment and is happy to just stay where he is. He's doing enough at the moment, and he's doing more than enough to win this title here today. As Josh the Guy 2.8 seconds back from LB Racing, but it's a very good result for the McLarens at the moment. For the constructors, I believe they are doing enough to seal this constructors battle at the moment. Robsu is the next driver further down behind Josh the Guy. He's in the hunt for the title here today, but unfortunately with LB having a strong outing, he'll be praying to the gods that something goes wrong for LB, as Robsu moves up to 6th position, dispatches Lil Louis Grill nicely there. Lil Louis Grill actually doing wonders on those 14 lap medium tyres, as you can see how much time they're losing through that sector. And will they box this lap? And yes, I think that is enough for the Kick-Sauber as they come into the pits. So Joey B fighting with LB Racing here, as LB worms his way up into a podium position, and now this is critical for LB's race today, as he will look to cement a podium position and be ahead of Runes, and that will almost certainly seal the Drivers' Championship. Well, it will seal the Drivers' Championship. There's no almost certainly about it, actually. LB is just looking really strong here, as now the two McLarens in 4th and 5th. Runes getting another track limits penalty, so that's 6 seconds for Runes now, as it's looking pretty precarious for the Aston Martin driver now. Maybe he's met his fate here in this Tier 3 finale. So last season it went down between LB Racing and Josh the Guy, and it took Josh the Guy a few races to bounce back from the disappointment missing out in Austria at the end of our first Tier 3 season. But LB Racing just showing the prowess and pedigree that we'd expect of him, as Joe just gets a bit out of shape there and gives LB the breathing space that he needs there. But Joe back into DRS, as is on the tail of LB Racing. Long-time friends is Joe and LB. I've had the honour of racing against them both in Tier 2, as there are quite a few Tier 2 drivers in the lobby tonight as well. We've got Drogon. LB used to be part of the furniture in Tier 2, but has commitments to Monday night at the moment. Joey B and Robsu. Runes occasionally takes part in Tier 2 as well. Avenir has been in Tier 2 long enough now, and Tia, another driver who's part of the APP furniture in Tier 2. As yes, and then we have our Tier 3 drivers. So James Gardner 6.7 seconds behind the race leader Drogon. Drogon does have a time penalty. I believe that is only 3 seconds for track limits, yes. As actually, let's have a quick look. Wrong one. So penalties, yes. So Drogon on 3 seconds, Runes on 6 seconds, MS on 3 seconds, Stanley is on 9 seconds, Tier on 6 seconds, Bacon Bear is on 15 seconds, and Ads is on 3 seconds. We'll bring the penalties up towards the end of the race when they become a bit more relevant as to finishing positions, as the drivers with their penalties will not want to see a safety car. So James Gardner as in a very lonely P2 at the moment, and Josh Guy now has got past his teammate Joey B, and maybe Joey B letting Josh through to have a go at LB Racing. LB has fumbled a few championships before under pressure. I hate to remind him, but as he did remind me in our pre-race interview, he has been in a championship battle with me before, and LB definitely made a few enemies in the finale at Brazil. MCL comes to mind, who came to my rescue to help seal my first Tier 2 title with a bit of controversy. But yes, got in LB's head that day, did MCL, and I think, yeah, as Josh the guy now is chasing down LB Racing, and we also have Robsu on the back of this train here. Robsu is always there or thereabouts when it comes to a race. He may have poor qualifying sessions, but Robsu is always there in the race, and he is doing as much as he can to capitalize on any mistakes. If LB was to have a very shocking retirement all of a sudden, then perhaps it would be a match point to Robsu. But maybe not. Runes is down in P7, but Runes does have that 6 seconds worth of time penalties, as Joey B is in the pits to get rid of those hard tyres. So Joey B is going on hards to the end of the race here. Interesting tactic from the McLaren driver here. So still 17 racing laps for that McLaren to go. That's a long way to go on those hard tyres, considering he's already boxed twice. So Josh the guy has got past LB Racing, as LB's hard tyres will be checking out lap by lap now, as Robsu is on the back of the Racing Bull. And for the first time since the start of the race, Runes will be able to see LB Racing just ahead, and that is always a good reference point to have when you can see whoever you're fighting against. And yes, it's always a good marker to have when you can see who you're racing, and that gap coming down ever so slightly as two drivers duck into the pits, which is Josh the guy and LB Racing reacting to Joey B's pit stop. Robsu inherits third position as the Robsu rocket ship continues round this Mexico circuit. Let's see where LB and Josh the guy come out. Joey B coming down the pit straight as well. Look out for the cars on the right, as Joey B does indeed jump ahead of Josh and LB respectively, as down into turn one, and the McLarens on their last stint, I believe, for today. So a lot of work to do for them. LB Racing is also most definitely on his last stint too on the hard tyres. So hard tyres seem to be king here around Mexico, as Runes again picks up a 3 second track limit. I mean, I'm in the commentator's position. I need to try and keep it as exciting as possible, but dare I say, I think that has just completely ended any chance of a championship for Runes, as Robsu is the next driver to get 3 seconds. And this is all playing into LB's hands. LB is definitely sat there with a voodoo doll of Tier 3, just currently sticking pins in and making things go his own way at the moment. But F1, you can be lucky sometimes, but you need to make your own luck. And your own luck comes with your own pace and race knowledge. as James Gardner in P2 at the moment. Need LB to crash, says the chat. I can't see it personally. LB knows what he's doing. He is in complete control of this championship now. So we shall see how it unfolds. James Gardner in a very comfortable P2 at the moment, just hovering outside 6 seconds behind Drogon. Drogon definitely has seen a return to some form as he crosses the line, start lap 23 of 36. Another Aussie has bottled the championship. It's just traditions now, says Joshua in the chat. So I know Ghost is probably watching, but a bit of trivia for you guys. Who was the last Aussie to win a APP title? Answers in the chat, please. I think I know who it is, but yes, please do. We do have a few Australian championship winners in APP from Upside Down Land. So still a handful of drivers without track limits penalties. So drivers doing very well. Gotta be Mark Webber. I don't remember Mark Webber racing in APPF1. If he did, that would be quite the thing to have, as Runes once again runs wide, and Avenir closing in on Runes now. Maybe Avenir just having enough of Runes' excursions now, and will want to set himself about. Avenir up to 4th position as Runes comes into the pits to throw on another set of the hard tyres, which will see him to the end of the race. And that is Runes' last pit stop of 2025 competitive racing, hopefully. So Joey B and Josh Tagai just working together ahead of LB Racing. So I believe, I could be wrong, so if anyone is listening in the chat, the last Aussie to win a title in APP, am I right in thinking it might be Pommy Alex? Not that you guys would have heard of Pommy Alex. You guys are all far too new for APP, but he won a Tier 2 title with an incredible drive at Abu Dhabi, if I remember rightfully. It might as well be from the Stone Age, the last Aussie winner. So Robsu down in 3rd position at the moment. A safety car would be nice for Robsu here, just to give him a slimmer of hope to win the title here, but I don't think it is enough. Two McLarens are working together just to keep LB behind, I believe. And this is what they will want to help seal the Tier 3 Constructors title here. Yeah, Robson might risk a one stop here, and Avenir. Robson's got nothing to lose, really, so he can try and do anything that he likes. It will be very interesting to see whether they can push these tyres another 11 racing laps as Drogon just coming up to turn 1 in just complete control of this race. It's a very professional outing from the Red Bull driver. here at Mexico. As James Gardner sits 4.8 seconds behind, but also very interestingly, just 1.8 seconds off of taking the race win is the Ferrari driver. He will see that on his timing screen, and he will know what he's got to do. Also on fresher tyres. Ralphie in the pits, and everybody now is officially on hard tyres on track. As there is only 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers of the 15 who don't have track limits penalties. Actually, made that 5. Ralphie doesn't have a track limits penalty either. So 2/3 of the grids have got a penalty of some sort due to track limits, and only 5 remain without a penalty. As the two McLaren drivers of Joe and Josh doing very nicely just to bring the team home a constructors title. Runes again picking up 3 seconds, and yes, has imploded for his championship hopes. I mean, it is interesting that as 5 only remain without penalties. It's a very impressive feat to have if you can go without a penalty around Mexico. Such is the track layout and the corners. It'll be a very impressive feat to have if you can go through this whole race without having a track limit penalty. James Gardner just hovering outside 5 seconds from Drogon, as the gap has just slightly extended from when we last checked, because Drogon just doing what he needs to do to win this race. So Avenir and Robsy are the 2 drivers to watch currently who are on a 1 stop. Let's count pit stops quickly. Stops, here we go. So yes, Avenir and Robsy have only done 1 stop. Drogon and James Gardner have also done only 1 stop. Very interesting to see how this is working out. So it's pretty even split at the moment between 1 and 2 stops. Position change at the moment. Josh the guy up 10 at the moment, and Robsu is up 9. So lap 28 of 36, 9 laps to go in this Grand Prix of Mexico. It's been a bit of a slow burner. Unfortunately, just LB doing what he needs to do, so has made this not as exciting as it could have been. As Robsu is in 3rd at the moment, but I'm sure the 2 McLarens and LB are closing up hand over fist to Robsu at the moment. But Robsu will do what he's got to do to give himself the best chance of a championship hope here. Ruins again. Insert Runes burn comment into the chat. So LB and Joe going wheel to wheel here. Joe had a look back at the inside of turn 2, but thought better of it, as LB will have DRS here. Apologies, I just had to have a quick cough. while my mic was on mute. Yes. So apologies if my commentary is just slowly dying down. My voice is, my throat is very dry now. As James Gardner does come in for, James Gardner was always actually going to pit again because he's done 2 hard stints. I wonder if that's the same case for Drogon. I don't think so. I think Drogon did that. Yeah, Drogon did start on the mediums. James Gardner was the only driver to start on hards. As Tyr was the only driver. Was it Tyr? To start on the softs. Can't remember who started on the softs now. But yes, very diverse strategies. James Gardner comes out ahead of Josh Sagai and Avenir. LB Racing 2 seconds further back down the road. It is a very strong stint from James. He will easily catch Robsu here, yes. 2 Red Bulls in first and second at the moment. But will it stay that way? I don't think so. I think James Gardner will have a bit of work to do. Drogon with 5 racing laps to go, I believe. Avenir needs to do a Sergio Perez. Do you mean to leave the paddock for a season, then come back a reinvigorated driver? Yeah, there's far too many penalties now on track. As the drivers without a penalty showing their true talent here. So James Gardner in third at the moment, and will want another a podium to his name. Yeah, Runes just hasn't had pace today, but I don't think he has. He just hasn't had the consistency either. Too many track limit penalties has really hurt him. So LB down in 7th. I wouldn't say that's a true position to his pace really today. LB has been strong enough to be right up there, maybe to be in the top 4 or 5 at least. He's definitely got some work to do, his LB Racing still, just to make sure. Well, this is done and dusted, really. Even if LB is guilty of anything, to be given a penalty after the race, it's just ruins his track limits. It's going to really hurt him. And the fact that these two are scoring points at the moment. I'm not sure what the points difference is between Robsu in 2nd and LB in 7th and Runes in 8th. Can't remember how many points Runes is behind now. Is it like 13 points? I don't think that's enough, is it, to rock the apple cart? But he will definitely bring himself a lot closer. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, just not enough to topple LB at the moment, unfortunately. LB doing what he needs to do behind Joey B and Avenir. And Avenir on the 22 lap old hard tyres really getting in the way of the McLaren and Racing Bull now, as I'm sure they will both dispatch very soon. Joey B went for a look around the outside. Will he get the up and over on him? No, he won't. It's looking like another lap behind the Aston Martin through this windy Sector 2 sequence. So James Gardner has indeed got past Robsu and is in a comfortable P2 as unless Drogon gets a very dramatic puncture, it's looking like a very comprehensive race win for the Red Bull. Sorry, my Roy Hodgson or Jonathan Ross voice almost broke out just then. Runes again with another penalty. It's a great shame as to what could have been. But someone has to win and someone has to lose, and Drogon gets another penalty. Let's move over to the penalties, as they are a bit more relevant now. Runes is actually on 21 seconds. Yeah, that's not good. As we're on lap 34 of 36. Just 2 and a bit racing laps to go here. As James Gardner, unless he has absolutely electric pace, might get the race win, or unless Drogon maybe perhaps gets a penalty. Josh the guy all over the back of Robsu here. LB Racing has indeed got ahead of Joey B and dropped Joey B out of DRS as well. So LB Racing just increasing the grip on his Tier 3 title here. Fairly standard outing for a few of these drivers here, as Ads gets 3 seconds to his name, as he now has 12 seconds and almost hanging in there against Bacon Bear, I must say. So Drogon coming round the windy Sector 2, going into Sector 3, and is about to start his last lap. We will ride with Drogon for this final lap of this Mexico Grand Prix. He has driven impeccably, considering our attention has been on the championship battle. Drogon has just got his head down quietly and just done what he needs to do, as there is, I believe, Bacon Bear having a bit of an issue right at the back there. Maybe just getting out of people's way due to be lapped. But yes, we'll ride on board. Well, we will stick with Drogon on this final lap in the Red Bull. Has driven impeccably well. It's been a superb drive, and definitely up with a chance of driver of the day. Josh Jagai has got past Robsu for the podium here. So Josh Jagai doing everything he can in the McLaren to do very well. So there's the tyre life for you. As Drogon has done 27 laps on these hard tyres. Sensational stuff for Drogon. Coming round to the stadium section, the fireworks are going off for the Red Bull racer. Coming out of the stadium sector now, as he comes around the final corner, and Drogon wins the final race of Tier 3 in 2025. A superb outing for Drogon. Really dominant. Excuse me. James Gardner is going to come home in second, and without a track limits penalty. That's very impressive as well. Josh the guy coming round the last corner in P3, and then Robsu comes home in P4. Joey B hanging on to P5, I believe. Yeah, LB Racing in P6, Avenir home in 7th. Runes, commiserations, Runes. But yeah, Runes drops a lot of places as a few drivers cross the line as well. As Runes is currently down in 11th, 12th. Yeah, LB says easy in the chat. It was very easy. There's no sugarcoating that. Tier will be the last driver to cross the line in the kick Sauber. And Tier is the final driver to finish things off for Tier 3 in 2025. And there we have it. Congratulations. LB Racing is the Tier 3 champion once again. Yeah, he did everything that he needed to do quite professionally. Drogon takes the top step with James Gardner in P2 and Josh Guy in P3. Very nicely done to our podium finishers. So let's quickly run through the order for today. So Drogon takes the race win. James Gardner comes home in 2nd position. Josh Guy is in 3rd. Rob Sue is in 4th position. Joey B down in 5th. LB Racing in 6th. Avenir in 7th. MS in 8th. Lil Lou Grill in 9th. Ralphie in 10th. Stanley in 11th. Tier in 12th, but also brings home the fastest lap. Runes in 13th. Ads in 14th. Bacon Bear in 15th. Nice to see all 15 drivers finish the race as well. Very, very good to see indeed. Yeah, thank you. It has been really hard to fight through the sore throat tonight. But anything for you guys. Try and make up for missing last week due to work. Yes, Denko, it is our turn tomorrow to bring home the constructors to Ferrari and hopefully a driver's title in your direction as well. Let's quickly see if I could get LB Racing into the party. Let's quickly find him. I've sent LB an invite just to congratulate him on his Tier 3 title. I will try and see. I'm sure when Ghost gets the results up shortly, I'm sure we will see who's won the constructors. I do believe it could well be McLaren who are the constructors champion, but two-time Tier 3 champion has joined us in the party. So congratulations, LB. You said that was easy in the stream chat, and it did look very easy in all honesty. How was it for you?
Yeah, that was a very easy race. I think I got very lucky in the positions where I was, just to be able to sit behind Josh and JB as they just sort of carried on, I guess, working together to not lose the other. So just sat with battery, sat on none, not pushing it, quite happy just to sit behind. And I think the start was pretty mental with MS. Turn 1, lap 1, clearly trying to defend the position and then try and dive from. It was a flashback straight away to MCL, as I heard you mention. I was just thinking, oh, not again. But luckily pulled away from him, and yeah, I think I'll try and stay away from MS as much as I stay away from Primeval from now on.
Yeah, I only caught the back end of it, but you did really well not to get any front wing damage through MS, just clearly just braking far too late to get into turn 1. But yes, that was nicely avoided. And yeah, as I said plenty of times, you just shown the pedigree, what you need to do to win titles. So that is 2 Tier 2 titles and 2 Tier 3 titles now. As I believe you called yourself the Tier 3 GOAT in your Discord profile. So yeah.
I think I'd argue Tier 2 as well, to be fair.
I
I think it'd be 3 championships without MCL, 4 if I decided to turn up to Saudi in one of the seasons. So
there's no need to throw shade at me here. I'm just trying to be nice, LB.
I heard you during the stream.
But no, I will keep this short and sweet. I've got a bitterly sore throat. So yes.
So do I.
Congratulations on your second Tier 3 title from everyone here at APP. Fully deserved. So yes, enjoy your star when Ghost gets round to adding it to your profile.
Yes. Can't wait. That's what it's all been for, really, to be fair.
We don't race for nothing here. We don't race for nothing.
Exactly not.
Right then, guys, just quickly bang out driver of the day for today. For me personally, I will be boring and give it to Drogon. Pole position, race win. Yes, he did what he needed to do. So Drogon is my driver of the day for Tier 3. Fully deserved in my eyes. As yeah, I believe that is it. So thank you everybody for hanging around in the chat and all your comments. We will be back in 2026 for another Tier 3 APPF1 season. So yeah, keep an eye out for the confirmed constructors champions. I do believe it is McLaren. But yes, we will see how that unfolds. So yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed tonight, and I will catch you on track later this week. So take care everybody. Thank you very much and goodbye.